One of the highlights for the left this week was the fabulous Audrey White telling Labour's chocolate teapot of a leader, Keir Starmer, a few home truths when it came to democracy, writing for Rupert Murdoch's Scum, lying about uniting the party, lying about his 10 election pledges, standing for nothing, the purging of members on the left of the party, and more. She nailed him on every single point, and he had nowhere to go, couldn't look her in the eye, had no response for her whatsoever. Apparently she made one mistake, though. She mentioned she was still a Labour member. Well, 4 days on, she no longer is. In what can only be viewed, based on the timing of it, as a petulant, vengeful attack by, as Audrey herself called him, a talentless block of wood, in response to being shamed and embarrassed on camera, but only because he was being held to account for what he had done. A Labour member has been expelled, though hiding behind a convenient Socialist Appeal connection, itself an authoritarian attack on members, harking back to a time when it was not against Labour diktat to speak to them. The Labour machine has leaked it to their go-to hack Lee Harpin, who, thanks to his typical lack of due diligence and who had already libelled Audrey White previously, messed up again by saying she'd been expelled for 6 months. Labour, unbelievably, have tried to protect him by saying the expulsion had happened in February, but they'd only now, conveniently, gotten around to informing Audrey. Good leaders can respond to criticism, not just sit there desperately looking for a way or a means of escape. Good leaders can accept criticism in a reasoned and informed way so they can grow and do better, not perform the political equivalent of throwing their toys out of the pram and having the equivalent of a vengeful toddler tantrum. The Labour Party is a shameless and vindictive cesspit, led by a slimy, cowardly liar who failed to learn from his mistakes and instead doubles down on them, frightened of a pensioner with a few home truths to share. He behaves like a little Stalin. A party more welcoming to the likes of Lee Harpin than Audrey White isn't one I want to be associated with at all. And if I hadn't already left the party, this would absolutely have done it. They make me sick, and hell will freeze over before I vote for them while they're led like this.